sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bucs and the Colts, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They're halfway home, looking good, at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s. A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 52 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they're in an early hole. The first drive they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, here's Mon.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to Ingram. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a close touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Are we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now Mon.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Second and 2.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Here's Mon.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mon looks to throw.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
7 yards to pick up there.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So take a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Fielded right around the 8.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. So here are the Colts to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well. Try to make it 9 in a row. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And the stop will come inside the 5 of the 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mon going to throw it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bucs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Back now in Indianapolis. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A nice little juke, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 164 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. The 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Back to throw now on 1st down. This one complete to Smallwood. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Puts it on the carpet. It's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And some room to run now. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. In the 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. They had 2 straight 1st downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.